Light the beam! Light the beam! And we'll do it one more time. Light the beam. It's 2-0 now. Kings in 4. Kings in 4. I think that's many Sacramento Kings fans. A week ago, when the Kings were up 2-0, I just thought that they did a great job defending their home court because they weren't the best doing that in the regular season. They had better away record than home record, so I was very impressed. Obviously, I expected them to lose eventually at the Chase Center because the Warriors are so oddly good at home games compared to away games during the regular season. And now the Warriors are up 3-2. They have won 3 unanswered. Obviously, in Game 5, the Kings lost on their home court because the Warriors played better for 48 minutes. I didn't see much referee shenanigans that's helping the Warriors. But the Kings, man, they need to do a better job at the transition, bro. Like, whenever Warriors had the turnover, it is more rare for the Kings to capitalize and convert into points. In the first half, I believe, there's like 5 or 6 times in Game 5 that Warriors had the turnover and the Kings were on transition. But they turned the ball over too, and that's the worst. You cannot make mistakes on transition, your transition offensively, because it's easier for opponents to score that way. Like, you're on transition, you probably have number, let's say 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 3-on-3, and then all the momentum shifted this way. And if the Warriors get a steal, get a clean strip, they strip the ball like 5 or 6 times. There's no foul. I don't see was there a foul or not, but few times maybe there could be a foul, and the momentum quickly swing to the other direction. So both teams commit 1 turnover, but it was the Warriors, they made them into points. So yeah, that's an issue. And I think they did a better job at, like Mike Brown said, in Game 4 they lost by 1. That's so unfortunate. In Game 4, the Kings sometimes they drive to the rim just for fouls, not for buckets. Yeah, it was a close game. I mean, that Game 5 and 4, they both were very close, and it's 50-50, and the Kings could have won both games. And obviously, Warriors took better. They are more experienced. So the second point I want to make is the 3-point shooting for the Kings. They have been pretty good in the regular season. They got Murray over 40%, 41. Herter about 40%. Barnes 37. Monk had decent 35, 36, I believe. Their 3-point shooting has been so disappointing. And according to Mike Brown today, I believe he said that the Kings are the best playoffs team to generate open threes. The Kings are currently shooting just 20.1% from threes. I watched the game. A lot of them, maybe more than half, were open or wide open. In the regular season, they shot about 37%, which is way better. 7% better. I don't know, that's how many more threes? 4 or 5 more threes, maybe? So Kevin Huerter, he has been pretty much invisible in the playoffs, except for like 2-3 minutes in game 5. He shot about 40% from threes, but he's kind of inconsistent. He was shooting like 50 in the first month, and then it kept decreasing till March, actually, and then he picked it up after that horrendous shooting from the All-Star 3-point competition. And he was pretty good from threes in March. So yeah, he shot over 50% of the 3-pointers in March. So I don't know what happened, but when the playoff began, he just became invisible. Like, to me, this kind of shocked me. I mean, because he had some playoffs performance, like experience from the Atlanta years. I mean, I also look at the stats. He shot worse in the playoffs. So maybe this is a pressure thing. The coach Mike Brown pointed out another possible reason is that the Warriors are making the Kings tired when the Kings are playing defense. So like they are so like tight on the defense, and suddenly in offense they are still like too tight. That's why they kept missing open shots. 3-2 is not over yet. It's gonna be hard to win Chase San Francisco, but it's not over yet. It's never too late for Kevin Huerter and Harrison Barnes to wake up. Oh my god, Harrison Barnes, what happened? You are playing for your contract, supposedly. You had a horrible start to the regular season, but after New Year 2023 started, he's been pretty good. Sometimes when Sabonis and Fox are not doing well, he can create, like post up, create some shots, draw fouls. And he's the most loved Kings players by the refs this season. And the third point is Kevon Looney. Damn, this dude is a beast. I didn't know he's that good. Like, he's not the tallest. I believe he's shorter than both Sabonis and Len. And he's like the only center the Warriors have. The only center. Draymond is 6'6". Yeah. Yeah, he's 6'9". So Sabonis is like 6'10", 6'11". Len is like 7', 7'1". He grabbed 20 rebounds, 20 plus rebounds in back-to-back games. Like, what is that? I saw a video of him grabbing rebounds. I saw on Twitter that people complain about he push Sabonis or like push Len to get better position. I mean, obviously he did sometimes, and ref also would miss some calls, but I think it's not that crazy. And sometimes Sabonis and then probably do the same, and I think it's equal. So maybe his strength is Kevon Looney like the. I mean, he looks pretty strong, but come on, Len Sabonis, and Sabonis legit is the rebounding champion, bruh. You can get out rebound, and he's not just out rebounded by Looney. He's kind of outplayed by. At the beginning of the season, I believe many people would think that Sabonis should be more aggressive because Looney and Draymond are simply too small to stop him. I mean, Sabonis had a subpar performance for, I feel like, every game except for, I mean, game 5 was alright. He shot pretty decent from the field, but still, like, I would say it's below his average. I just don't know. Kevon Looney is really giving Kings trouble, and for moving screens, I mean, some are really not cold and not that obvious, but like even with the moving screens and like all the games besides game 3, I think the Kings now are all winnable, very winnable if they play smarter than they are or they shot better open threes. Because I believe the Kings only shot good from open threes in like game 2 or something. They shot 30% or below in like game 1, 3, 4, 5. That's just unbelievable. Like, you can't win a game when like even Draymond Green can hit open threes. Like, you can't win a game when like Kevin Huerter, a shooter, cannot hit open threes. But Draymond can. Like, I don't like Draymond because like sometimes he does some crazy stuff, but I like his defense, and he played amazing. After that game 4, he was so bad in game 4. That was like Westbrook number 3 or 14. And yeah, so for game 6, like the Warriors had made adjustments. Draymond is not in the starting lineup because when he was, they are 0-2 the first 2 games. So should the Kings make adjustments? Should Mike Brown still trust Kevin Huerter and Harrison Barnes? Because they are down 3-2 now, so like they have their back against the wall. And Fox, the finger, I mean, you can like that's not. I mean that's an excuse, but Fox, like, we shouldn't do excuses here. Like, if Fox, like, the finger is bothering him, he shouldn't play. Like, if Davion or someone else can play better, but I mean, Fox is still the face of the team, so you still kind of have to trust De'Aaron. I think Mike Brown should make adjustments to the starting lineup on Friday. People are saying Terrence Davis and Kessler Edwards, they basically have no minutes Can Terrence Davis be worse than Kevin Herter from now on? And not shot well, and yeah, Terrence Davis. I mean, sometimes he can turn it up really quick. Like sometimes he could get like 8 points in like 2 minutes, or 17 points in 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, to me, I would say I want to see the starting lineup be Fox, Mitchell, Barnes, Keegan Murray, and Sabonis next game. I mean, like for TD and Edwards, they could be off the bench, but I want to see Mitchell because like it's the final game for the Kings. If they don't win, they have to win. Even when like Fox, Sabonis, or Mitchell play 40 plus minutes, and even Monk to play that many minutes. Yeah, I wouldn't put like TD or like Edwards over Barnes. And I mean Murray had a great game, and for game 5 he only had one good quarter. He only took shots in one quarter. Actually, he was 4 or 5, and the King just stopped looking for him, or the Warriors made better strategies of defending Keegan Murray, the only person that could shoot. I mean, Fox was amazing to start the game, but the ankle, I mean, not the ankle, the finger did seem to bother him. So, Mike Brown, I trust you. You are the coach of the year. I know you're confident to your team, but you're down 3-2 now. And I love Kevin Herter. I love Harrison Barnes, but they have been pretty, pretty bad recently. So, I want to see Fox, Davion, Harrison, Keegan, and Domas. Like, I want to see this starting lineup. And I want to see some Kessler Edwards. Edwards has more length, can grab more rebounds, can help his 6'8", like same height as Barnes and Keegan Murray. So I want to see new starting lineup, more Edwards minute, and less transition brain farts. And for Looney, I mean, sometimes it's a team effort, but just more taller guys like Edwards. Yeah, so I hope the Kings can surprise everyone to force a game 7